Federal universities remain tuition free. I don't this is press, this is State House press statement. This is for me, I feel this is a powerful statement. You understand me? Unlike the news that we have been hearing by some people, and that is why I like what the government is doing now, giving updates of what is going on, giving responses to what is going on. And this is very, 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 very important. This is very, very important. Press statement, State House press statement confirming that federal universities still remain tuition free. So how come these people, they have been spreading all kinds of propaganda? What is going on here? What is going on here? You see, that is why we believe that the federal government is already taking steps to make sure that there's proper media regulations for all these propaganda and all these things that all these people are sharing on social media to stop. Okay, we have been receiving all kinds of fake news propaganda everywhere, making Nigerians to be afraid, all kinds of things going on. Some people telling us that, oh, look at what is going on. I salute you. We are kings and queens and we overcome the world, guys. Can you see it? Federal universities remain tuition free. This is State House press statement, debunking all the lies of the IPOP people. It's so unfortunate. This press statement, State House press statement, is to debunk all the lies of these IPOP, Biafra people, or disobedient children sharing all kinds of propaganda everywhere on social media. So for me, I just want to bring to your notice that it is not true. And that is why you must stay away from all these people. Can you mute this thing? Can you mute it? Eh? You stay away from all these lies and propaganda of IPOP. You understand me? Because they have nothing to offer. They have nothing to offer, guys, as you can see. Can you see it? So we are going to let us read this press statement, State House press statement. Now, federal universities remain tuition free. Okay, it was widely reported earlier this week across some news media outlets that the federal government had increased tuition fees in federal universities in the country. He said these reports are inaccurate and not correct. Can you see that there's a problem? Can you see that there's a problem? So if the media houses that are supposed to be reporting, doing proper investigation to give a proper report, they are now sharing and reporting all kinds of incorrect and inaccurate information, then there's a problem. We now need a proper regulation in place so that defaulters will be punished. Can you see it now? So the State House press statement is saying that the federal universities remain tuition free. It was widely reported earlier this week across some news media outlets that the federal government had increased tuition fees in federal universities in the country. These reports are inaccurate and not correct. We are aware that some universities in recent weeks announced increase in the amount payable by students on sundry charges. These are sundry charges. These are not tuition fees. However, the fact remains, and we have confirmed, that these are discretionary charges by each university for hostel accommodation, registration, laboratory, and other charges. They are not tuition fees. This is so powerful. They are not what? Tuition fees. Key hot. You understand me? We are aware that some universities have in recent weeks announced increase in the amount payable by students on sundry charges. However, the fact remains, we have confirmed that these are discretionary charges by each university for hostel accommodation, registration, laboratory, and other charges. They are not tuition fees. So this is the report that the media, especially Arise TV championing all kinds of propaganda everywhere, saying that school fees have been increased. We can go to Arise TV and bring out the news where they were telling us that school fees have been increased in universities in Lagos and others. Why it is not school fees? These are discretionary charges that the university or the school management have put in place or whatever. And they are saying school fees increase, school fees increase. So can you understand what we have been trying to say? That these people, they have been running propaganda every day. You understand? Every day, every day, every day, every day, without anybody countering them. You understand me? Wait, let me see something. So these people have been running this propaganda for a very long time. You understand me? And it's very, 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 very not good. You see? Increase in school fees of federal universities is inaccurate and incorrect. That is a very strong message from the federal government, from the presidency himself, telling them that no, this is not correct. This is not correct. Why will these people keep on reporting fake news, especially Arise TV? I'm looking for the message from Arise TV so that all of you can confirm that Arise TV, they are now propaganda machine of IPOB. Let me look for it. I'm still looking for it, guys. Can you see it? This is a very important information that if you are following Arise TV, you are going to be misled. You need to be aware of what they are doing. They are working with the IPOB people to be spreading fake news everywhere on social media. And this is not good. He said, however, the fact remains that we have confirmed that these are discretionary charges by each university for hostel accommodation, registration, laboratory, other charges. They are not tuition fees. Authorities of these universities even made this fact clear enough in explaining the rationale behind these new fees. For avoidance of doubt, federal universities in Nigeria remain tuition-free. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu remains committed to his promise of ensuring that every Nigerian, regardless of the economic situation of their parents, have access to quality tertiary education. Powerful. Powerful. This is very, very powerful and profound. And this is what we want. Update. We need to know what is going on. If not, these people will run propaganda and so many people will be believing it. He said, in addition to the student loan scheme, you did not hear them report widely about the student loan. If at all they try to report it, they are saying, they are talking rubbish. But you see, in addition to the students' loan scheme, under the student loans bill signed into law by President Tinubu last month, which will go into implementation ahead of the next academic session in September, the federal government will also strengthen other mechanisms to support indigent students. Part of the government plans to make sure all indigent students complete their education on time. Part of the government's plan to make sure all diligent students, this is diligent, of course, complete their education on time, notwithstanding their parents' financial situation, include work study, merit-based scholarships, and grants. This is very, very powerful from the Special Advisor to the President, Special Duties, Communication and Strategy, Dele Aleke, today, the July 26, 2023. Of course, this is the kind of information that we need to make sure that we clarify all the propaganda of IPOB that they have been running for so many years, thinking that this administration, that they will be able to do that. They will not be able to run propaganda anymore. And of course, today, it was also reported on other channels that is not true. You understand me? That is not true. You understand me? That is not true. What is going on in Niger State? What is actually going on in Niger State? Because we are aware of what I'm hearing. There is a military coup is it military coup in Niger State? What is actually going on in Niger State? I salute you. We are live and direct, guys. Welcome back. We are live and direct. This is the City Boy movement. Patriotic Nigerians coming together to support our elected president for the first time with our skills, with our ideas and knowledge. I getting me now. To make sure that our president, our government becomes successful. We want the people to benefit and to enjoy the dividends of democracy and to enjoy. Thank you very much. I see all of you. I salute you. Thank you very much for joining the broadcast. Olu Cube, we say, I don't understand some people. Maybe Jagaban is a magician. Person enter office, he never reached 2 months, and you don't expect make him do waiting some former president no fit achieve for good 8 years. Thank you very much for that. Akin Wale said, may Almighty Allah be protect and bless you always. Thank you very much. I see you. We have conquered them. Thank you very much, Grigory Adeyo, something Fatibo. Sorry, if I don't get your name correct. I'm sorry. I salute you. You see, we don't have media regulations. You can try this nonsense in Uganda or Botswana. Isn't all news that go out? Yes. So that is why the federal government have to do something about that as soon as possible. You know. So you see, so that all the propaganda of Arise TV and their brothers, all of them, they don't know what they are doing. It's very, very obvious that their source of information is from IPOP Biafra. I get it now. Somebody say Arise TV is now becoming opposition. I mean, they are not even objective. So if they are opposition, then we know where to place them. And very soon we are going to place them very, very soon where they belong to. Samuel, thank you very much, Mr. Nsima. We Nigerians love you. Keep it up. You are educating us. God bless you more and more. Always remain blessed, Nsima. Thank you very much, Olori Omotayo. Thank you. I really appreciate your comment on that. Sunday, Abiola said the president should instruct NCC to shut down Arise Television since they are reporting fake news. Yes, we saw the way they have been sharing all kinds of fake news on Arise TV. Arise TV propagating fake news. Very, 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 very unfortunate. Oh, Niger Republic, not Niger State. Yes, sorry, I made a mistake. I was trying to talk about Niger Republic, not Niger State. Yes, not Niger State. Sorry, Niger Republic. Thank you very much. I see you. Thank you very much, guys. So you see, now we have a president that is not going to allow the lies of IPOP or propaganda to continue to spread. I so much love this conversation. I so much like the special advisor making sure that he's able to update us on what is important, and that is proper. Of course, this is in addition to the DSS report today. I don't know how many of you have seen the DSS report concerning Emefiele. You see how these Biafra people, we told you that Biafra people, they are the one that have been sponsoring, they have been the one that have been sponsoring all kinds of things. Today, on this day newspaper, we saw that they say any rerun pool should be between Atiku and I. Tinubu tells court. That is what they are doing. Fake news, spreading fake news now. Whether they use the headline of this day newspaper or all kinds of things. Let me just put it on the screen so that we see, all of you will see what is going on. And that is why we are saying that the federal government needs to do something concerning fake news in Nigeria. Fake news has become the order of the day, propagated by Arise TV and the likes. It's very, very unfortunate. Can you see it? They are sharing it among themselves, deceiving their brothers and sisters. Can you see it? This is fake news. This day life. Fake news. Any rerun poll should be between Atiku and I. Tinubu tells court. Fake news. Can you see it, guys? Fake news. You are interested in watching television, is that not? Fake news everywhere. Fake news, guys. Powerful. And we must do something to stop the criminality of these people as well. Can you see it? Fake news everywhere. We are going to go in depth about that. But first of all, let us look at the update by the DSS so that you understand that this government is ready. The City Boy government is ready. Oh my God. City Boy. City Boy. Na turn by turn, oh. Na Jagaban turn, oh. I may wait for your turn. Turn by turn, oh, child. Na Jagabantono. Oh, oh, oh. I beg wait for your turn. This is the update from DSS. What is making you to laugh? This is updates from the DSS. Hey God. Now turn by turn, no. I beg wait for your turn. Obi, wait for your turn. Turn by turn, no. Obi, wait for your turn. IPOP, wait for your turn. Abdul Ahmed Adamu, I love you so much. Thank you very much. Ayodele said there should be media regulations to avoid fake information. Adesina Femi said, Nisima, good evening, my brother. We always a winner, Jakaban for life. God bless you, my brother, for saying the truth. Thank you very much. So let me give you the update from the DSS so that you will know that it is no longer business as usual. That city boy government is here. It's a superior revolution, and the city boy is taking action gradually to make sure that Nigeria is back. Of course, you see, Nigeria is back on track. Thank you very much, Bala Tanga. Say, God bless you, my brother, for saying the truth. Thank you very much. Fumi Luba Olaren Waju Festus. Love you. Thank you very much. I salute you. I salute you. This is a update from the DSS. Of course, you can see it. DSS investigates 25th July 2023 Federal High Court Ikoyi Lagos incident. Can you see it? The public will recall, no. Oh, what am I reading? The public will recall that Mr. Godwin Emefiele, suspended CBN governor, was arraigned at the Federal High Court. Fatai, he said, my brother, I love you so much. Thank you very much. Joseph, Sonny, Alex, say, God bless you, brotherly. Thank you very much. The truth must be told. Thank you very much. I salute you. This is the update from DSS, a proper investigation. He said the DSS have investigated the issue that happened yesterday, just like we have been talking about it. They said the public recall that Mr. Godwin Emefiele, suspended CBN governor, was arraigned at the Federal High Court, Ikoyi, Lagos, on the 25th of July, 2020. That was yesterday. The service has noted the incident that took place between its staff and those of the Nigerian Correctional Service, NCOS, and wish to state as follows. Number one, the incident was unfortunate and does not in any way reflect the professional disposition of the DSS. Number two, the service did not and would never encourage the incident under reference. Number three, the service has tremendous respect for the judiciary as an arm and institution of government and will not go out of its way to undermine it. The DSS recognizes the judiciary as a critical composition or component in nation building, national development, and security management. Also, the service has robust working relationship with sister security and law enforcement agencies, including the NCOS. Including the NCOS, right? Let me take it up for more. He said, why noting that the personnel from both agencies exhibited undue overzealousness, whatever service has, the service has further initiated detailed investigation into the matter. This is with a view to make it the role played by specific persons, as well as undertaking disciplinary action if necessary and drawing some lessons going forward. This is the part that I love so much. For emphasis, the DSS has not broken any laws in handling the Emefiele case, despite effort by some elements to skew the narratives to the contrary. Now, that is what we are saying. These elements are the media houses, especially Arise TV and others. They have been propagating and spread. I don't know why Arise TV has given their service, their television service to be used, their media service to be used as propaganda machine for the IPOP people, Biafra, obedient or disobedient children. You see that? The service had since alerted the public of the sinister plot to discredit its leadership. In pursuit of its assignment, it will strive to remain professional, maintain ethical standards, and high sense of discipline. The service will ensure that it will not be used for clout and fame chasing, cloud chasing, fame chasing, or delusional heroism. That is what we are saying. It will, however, remain focused on its national security mandate and therefore enjoin well-meaning Nigerians to support it in achieving the desired security goals for the nation. It is imperative to note that we have no other country but Nigeria. We should join hands with love and tolerance to build it. Thank you very much. This is from the Public Relations Officer, Peter Afunaya, PhD, Department of State Services, National Headquarters, Abuja. This is what we have been saying. We support the DSS for taking action yesterday because they have plotted how they are going to be running their propaganda, but this time around it failed. So I love, one thing I've noticed, guys, if you notice how the government, the president, and everybody working with him, the advisory board, the team, all of them are taking action to make sure that they update the public what is going on. This is what we want. This is what we want. We don't want the government to allow fake media houses to be running propaganda, undermining the government, undermining the leadership, saying all kinds of things. We want the correct information to be made available to the public so that people will not be confused. And for me, I think this is a good move by the DSS to inform the people of what actually happened that day. Of course, the DSS is saying that they are still doing more investigation on that, and it's a powerful thing. And we did discuss this about Emefiele. Emefiele is somebody that made life difficult for all of us. There is no doubt about that. Nigerians remember what happened, and we cannot forget it in a hurry. It is only people that are wicked. It is only the enemies of Nigeria, the enemies of this country, which we know today, IPOP, Biafra people, disobedient children, that want to do all kinds of things to see how they can destabilize the country, but it has failed. Are you getting me now? And that is why I love the video that Ijele Speak was talking about today. He said, anybody, consider anyone defending Emefiele your enemy. This is so powerful, and I want us to listen to it a little bit. I think he made a lot of sense in this video, and I just want you to pay attention to it. It's a very short one, but this is Ijele Speak. Of course, so many of you know, Ijele Speak. Ijele Speak said, consider anyone defending Emefiele your enemy, except you or your family benefited from him. We are aware of the money spreading. In fact, we saw the update from, I think we also saw the update from Reno. Reno was like, oh, I'm not gonna bullshit my friend Emefiele now that Emefiele have been good to some people. So what does Reno mockery? What does he explain by Emefiele being good to some people? That means that Emefiele has been spreading. You know, now I tell you now, some people get money, then they share money, waiting for the time that it will happen so that people will be supporting them. Did you see it? That is what Reno said. I don't have time to go and bring Reno tweet. You can go and check it. So Reno is like, oh, I'm not gonna turn my back against my friend Emefiele in this current situation, in this present. My brother, no, I say so many people they don't punish Nigerians. So many leaders, as a CBN governor, he punished Nigerians without remorse, and some people are saying nonsense. And now the DSS have come to clarify that we did not disobey, we did not do anything against the court. That is powerful. I get in it. So I just want us to listen to Ijele, his submission on this matter. Thank you very much, Adesina Femi. In Sima, these obedient people should wait for their turn. It's turn by turn. Because it's turn by turn. They should continue going to courtroom and sleep as their OB used to sleep in court. They should have 8 years to sleep in court. Yes. Thank you very much, Ada Cheze Anyawu. Good evening, first son of you. I salute you wherever you are. King Okunremi said, let them run propaganda because of freedom of speech, but we are here to debunk their lies and propaganda. Yes, but we also need regulation for this to stop. A town hall has captured all of them. A town hall different from Baba Blue. Somebody is sent, please ignore anybody that is sending some advert here. Let me see if I can block that person. Yes, I want you to listen to Ijele on this subject as well. Yes, because it is no longer business as usual, guys. Let's listen to Ijele. I want to know what Ijele has to say regarding this issue. So now look at it. Ijele is showing us a video of what happened. The video of what happened in the courtroom, I think. What is this? Okay, yes. This is the video of what happened in the courtroom. I think Ijele made a video trying to explain this. So, yes, I think I can see Emefiele in the courtroom now. Emefiele. So they say that Emefiele was maltreated or mistreated in the court. And I think that is why Ijele put this video so that we will watch and see how Emefiele was mistreated. So let us confirm if Emefiele was actually mistreated or maltreated or whatever in the courtroom. So you can see that small part of the video where Ijele is showing you. And I believe he has something to say. All right? Ijele, I see you. My brother, drink water, guys. So look at what happened in the courtroom. There is nowhere, any place that showed that Emefiele was mistreated. Let me put the volume. Let me know what it's about.
Serve this nation for 9 good years. You are here with machine guns. No, it's not okay, please. I need to talk my mind. So I need to express myself.
So the brother, he said that Emefiele served this nation for, is it 6 years or 8 years? That they are here threatening him with guns. Is that what he's talking about? This man do not have anything to offer. Of course, we listen.
Have anything, go to court. You have gone to magistrate court to collect order. You are not even obeying the same high court order. This is completely wrong. It's insane. What type of thing is this?
You people don't understand here. Are you aware that according to the news that we are hearing, okay, Ijele want to speak, guys. Hold on before Ijele speak. They say that Emefiele quickly went to go and collect court order that he should not be probed into, is it terrorism or whatever, criminal whatever. So now they are not happy that they arraigned Emefiele in the court, that he was maltreated. But now Ijele is showing us that look at what happened in the court. Emefiele was not maltreated in any way. Please let us listen to him.
The problem with our people is this: we are being taken for granted by all and everyone. You see, hope you saw the lawyer and what he said and how they were guarding Emefiele over there. Well, let's talk about disobeying court orders. How many times did this Emefiele disobey court orders to release money for Nigerians? Release our money just because of politics. You didn't get your way. You want to replace President Muhammadu Buhari. Like, what's your political antecedent other than the money you've stolen at the same governor? And
we also remember what Emefiele said. He said, if you want to fight me, come and fight me here. I'm here. That is what Emefiele said. When Nigerians were complaining and shouting, even when there was a court order that Emefiele should reverse his cashless policies, he did not listen. He did not listen to the report or to the order of the court. You know, Emefiele made a statement, a video broadcast, telling Nigerians that if you want to fight me, I'm here. Come and fight me. I'm here. Understand me? Now, whether he's lawyer or whatever, coming out to say whatever he's saying, they take Nigerians for granted. They take Nigerians for granted. But we now have a president that will not take it for granted. Are you getting me now? So I think that is what Ijele is trying to explain here as well. Let us finish listening to him.
They've forgotten how many businesses wasted, went to the down the drain because of these Emefiele issues. Those are businesses that will never come back. Marriage is broken. Many people put in abject poverty. Some of them will never get out of it in the next 10 years. And no one is talking about this. Have we forgotten the videos of the plantains that rot away because there was no money to pay? Many people in the villages dying of hunger. Avoid.
That is very, very correct. We remember what happened that time. We saw tomatoes that was rotten. We saw market people, their farm product, nobody bought them. Nobody was able to buy it because there was no money. People cannot buy food in the market, but they have money in their bank account. They didn't have access to their money. So that is why we are saying that anybody supporting Emefiele is the enemy of the country. And we know the people that are doing that. It's not far-fetched. We know the people that are doing that. You understand me? We know the people that are doing that, and we cannot forget it in a hurry. So many people, they lost their lives. So many families lost their loved ones. Simple because of Emefiele. And somebody, because he's a lawyer, they have given him some money, is saying one kind of thing. I don't understand.
Avoidable moves. This man could have just released this money, but because he wants more than his entire village will eat in 100 years. And some people are now defending him. Now, watch how they were protecting him. Do you think the NCS staff are doing it out of their volition or that they love him? And you see some of the people that call themselves his lawyers will be there telling you, oh, it's because he's Southeast or South. Oh, he's Igbo. Hey, don't count us into that your nonsense, okay? Take your virtue signaling outside. Take it to one corner. Don't come and play that nonsense with us. Voila. Bawa, the ex-EFCC boss, did you see his people defending him? Did you see anyone from the north defending him? And now they want to rope every southern and southeast and south especially into this their nonsense. But when Emefiele was dealing with us, none of you remember that we southeasterners and the southerners were suffering it, right? And now you want to just play by the rules. Did Emefiele play by the rules? See,
and sorry, Ijele. We can remember when the people from Delta State, they used this Emefiele policy to burn down the banks. I remember the bank that burned down now. How many of you remember that fire? I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to combine all those things that happened. It was the same, these Delta people. I don't want to add Edo people so that they will not angry. These Delta people and Edo people, they were the one protesting on the street that Emefiele, no money policy. They burned down the bank in Edo State and Delta. The same people today, you see them running their mouth, say Obi is their savior. The same people, we have not forgotten it. They burned down banks in Ibadan, even in the southeast. I don't even want to talk about what happened in the southeast. The southeast are known for causing problems. They are always looking for something to do to destabilize the country. We know them. But it was this same Emefiele, because of Emefiele, and Emefiele is from Delta State. When Emefiele, their own brother, brought a very wicked policy to punish Nigerians, the same Delta people and Edo people, they came out on the street, scattered the street, burned down banks and businesses. Today, they are the same people trying to push Emefiele. Say, oh, why are they doing him like that? Why did that he served this country? What did we benefit from Emefiele's service to the country? What was the benefit of? Can anybody mention what Emefiele did or contributed to the economy or to the Naira as a CBN governor? It's very, very uncalled for anybody to tell us that that the federal government is not doing the right thing by making sure that Emefiele must be punished for the suffering that he put Nigerians some months ago.
The role of the judiciary is not a threat to the judiciary. It's salvaging the judiciary from the judicial bandits. Go there and do whatever you want to do. And is it surprising that Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer is Maxwell Opara is also defending Emefiele? Now they want to give
exactly. We saw the IPOP lawyer. You know, I was talking about it yesterday. Now we saw IPOP lawyer defending Emefiele. So that is in connection. All of them is in connection. Obi, Emefiele, IPOP, and some political class in Aso Rock and somewhere there, trying all they can to stop the City Boy government. They wanted to stop the superior revolution from taking place, but it all failed. That is why all of them are using Arise TV. Is there any other TV they are seeing them using to run propaganda? No, it's Arise TV. Because Arise TV, the same Delta State, they plan themselves to be using their medium to try to destabilize the country. The economy that we are suffering today, that Nigerians are complaining about, the high rate of Naira or currency or exchange rate, is because of Emefiele. You are saying the federal government should bring down the high cost of exchange rate, and the government is trying to tackle the issues. And you say you are not saying, oh, please, you don't like the way they treated Emefiele. What did they treat it? Did you like the way Emefiele treated us? When all Nigerians, they were begging him, it was as if he's the one in charge. Everybody begging him. He came on television and said, if you want to fight, come and meet me.
A tribal or regional connotation. Come on, go and say that to the people in the village, or people who have goldfish mentality, brain, who can't remember what happened just a couple of moments ago. Not people like us. You people go and be playing what you're playing. At the end of the day, Emefiele will remain with the DSS. Oh, it's gone. And the illegal ammunition. No, that is not even the main case. You all know what the main case is. They've not started yet. Yes. We can hold him for 10 years without trial. It's happening in America. Go and check how many people in Guantanamo Bay. You people will always tell us, oh, in America, it's done this way, it's done that way. Well, let's meet them halfway. Those in Guantanamo Bay, how long have they stayed there? So this one, he go chop beans for DSS. You see how he was shivering? See how they are holding him by the hand? Even a government worker holding a suspect like this. Come, nothing go happen, nothing go happen. And you think they've not gotten paid? Then I want to address our brother Moile Shore. Shore, you are ruining what's left of your reputation in case you don't. You think we are attacking Tinubu, or you people will be playing as if, oh, rule of law. Where were you when Emefiele was not obeying the rule of law? Somehow now you just want to remember the rule of law. No, he will be paid in his own coin. All the lives lost must be avenged, and we must do it by any means necessary. You know, think saying at the Buhari era. Shebi they tell us when I go miss President Buhari. I think saying a joke. Don't worry, come. We are waiting for you people. Emefiele and those people defending him, shameless people. Now you know that you have no activists in Nigeria. Your activist class are a bunch of criminals looking for money, and they are willing to defend anything.
Exactly. That is what I have been talking today. We don't have activists in Nigeria. Because I'm supposed to think that the purpose of activism is to help bring, maybe alert the government to the right direction, and to give opinion and suggestions to move the country forward. But the version of Showere activism and Dele Farotimi activism and others in Nigeria is protest, destruction, destabilization. They are not thinking of how to support the government. They are not thinking of how to bring ideas to move the country forward. They just want to be destabilizing, inciting the people, and all kinds of things. In fact, I saw a report that explained or exposed that there were some people that were still inciting, going about inciting the people to cause another EndSARS, maybe something bigger than the EndSARS that happened before. My brother, this is the city boy government. See, it's not going to be, see, everything is beginning to be exposed, so that when the government rise up and want to deal with criminals, nobody's going to cry for all of you. Now that you guys are starting now, nobody will cry for all of you. Nobody will cry for all of you. Nigerians cannot see that all these activists, all of them are cash activists. They are not there for the public. They are not there for the benefit of Nigerians. They are just there for their own personal glory. If Showore want to talk now, he will tell us how he has been experienced in activism from 1969 till now. And then what is the product? Protest. So please, thank you very much, Ijele, for highlighting that. Because that is what I've been talking about. The activism that we are seeing in Nigeria. Look at another one from Dele Faroti. I saw that news today. I was so shocked. And you know the people that spread it, the same Arise TV and Sahara reporters. He said, look at the news. He said, those thinking that Tinubu will appoint ministers who will improve the fortunes of Nigerians are fools. Can you imagine that? A government that is not even up to 60 days. And some people are already plotting how to shut down the government, how to do all kinds of evil. I thought this is the time that we are supposed to come together and support our government to do better. But the opposite is what is happening now. The so-called activists, all of them are plotting on how to bring down the government. Is that not shameful?
I know honorable lawyers. No lawyer wants to defend the Emefiele in this Nigeria. I am telling you. Do you want to soil your name? Those ones you are still making noise have no names. They have no names to protect. So they are willing to, they are just prostitutes, political prostitutes. Okay? They are political prostitutes and they are working for their money. You think defending Emefiele means defending the Southeast or South? Emefiele care about people that were losing their lives and businesses over his Naira redesign policy. Okay, where's the Naira today? How many new Nairas are you seeing flying around? Is it not some old ones that they are still giving, and some people want to protect him? He is good, he is now getting jittery. See how he's shivering. A whole Emefiele, they were begging. He will come before the media. You disobeyed court orders how many times? And now they want to say we should protect him. If you don't get sense, go to protect criminal because you want to fight government. Now so they fight government. Come on, not they come on for you. Thank you everyone. Stay blessed.
Thank you very much, Ijele. That was Ijele giving it to them woto. Na turn by turn, oh. Hey! Na Jagaban turn, oh. Abeg wait for your turn. Atiku wait for your turn. Obi wait for your turn. Hey! Turn by turn, oh. Atiku wait for your turn. Because if you do anyhow, you see anyhow. Let us hear from Asari Dokubo. What is the message?
If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. Na turn by turn, oh. Na Jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn. I beg you wait for your turn.
Na turn by turn, oh. Na Jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn, oh. I beg wait for your turn. Na turn by turn, oh. Na Jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn, oh. I beg wait for your turn.
We say na turn by turn, oh. Na Jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn, oh. I beg you wait for your turn. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. If you do
anyhow, you see anyhow. Turn by turn, oh. Na Jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn, oh. Atiku wait for your turn. Hey, people are asking me, does Atiku have any turn? We don't know. Let him just wait. This is Jagaban turn. Turn by turn, oh. Na Jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn, oh. Abeg wait for your turn. Obi wait for your turn, oh. Turn by turn, oh. Jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn, oh. Obi wait for your turn. You see, that is the message. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. This government is not anyhow government. If you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. You see, Nigeria is back. That is the message from the city boy, that Nigeria is back. So yes, so we saw another propaganda that even Arise TV, they are sharing it as well. They are encouraging it as well. They are not telling the people the truth. We saw it earlier. Any rerun poll should be between Atiku and her. Tinubu tells the court, which is not true. That is a wrong message. It is never true and it's not true. There can never be any rerun anywhere, any election, any rerun of election. But they continue to be running propaganda. And I want to tell you, I want to just show you this interview. I think it was interview on Arise. Was it on Arise? About this same propaganda that they are running. Yes, it was on the same. Okay, it was on TVC this time, and the person, the interviewer was asking questions about the rerun of election. Okay, was asking question about the rerun of the election, and were defending it and giving more responses. So I just want us to listen to this, because these people can spread propaganda. If you don't know the truth, you'll be confused. I'm telling you, if you don't know the truth, you'll be confused. Because when they come with their propaganda, they will lie to the point that, you understand me, that you will never understand what is going on. You will never understand what is going on if you listen to their propaganda. If you are not wise, you will never know. So I want to bring it to your notice so that you will know that all these people, they are propaganda machine. And they have planned it very well to be using Arise TV to spread their propaganda. Have you ever seen Arise TV bring anybody that will say anything good about the government? All the people that they invite are opposition. I don't even know whether they're opposition. They are people that do not have vision for the country. All they do is to talk. They have never said, okay, look at what can be done to solve this problem and support the government to achieve it. So I just want you to pay attention to this. Wait, hold on. Let me put the volume. Yeah, because it's very, very important so that we can get to know what is going on actually. Wait. There is the interview I'm trying to bring on board. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let us listen and see if they are.
All right, let's start by assessing President Tinubu's administration. It is about 55 days since President Tinubu assumed office. How will you assess it?
Well, he has 5 more days, but in terms of performance, he's done very well in 2 respects. First, he was courageous to confront the initial issues that agitate the minds of Nigerians. We have, for quite many years now, as a people, have been offended by this issue. Importation by just a few people. Committing a government to enhancing the well-being of the people depends on the wealth of a nation. Getting a government to provide the basic needs of the people depends on the wealth of government. Even the recognition and the regard of nations in our world depends on the wealth of a nation. So now, and this is the point I was making, when people like us supported the president, that the most important president for this time must be a president who can create wealth and manage it for the benefit of the people. We cannot manage poverty. It's difficult to manage poverty. And the only way to manage poverty is to turn poverty to wealth by raising capital for any nation.
I believe the effort now to clean up the system, he has already started in the oil sector, in the financial sector. He has dissolved many of these boards. He has appointed some responsible leaders, and he's given them his words, his mandate, his expectation. So we are moving up as a nation.
That was a proper information, and that is the truth. I get it, me now. We are actually moving forward. You understand me? We are actually moving forward. I believe after the ministerial list, and these ministers will take position and support the government to achieve more success. Because sometimes the reason why people are complaining is because the price of food is expensive. The price of petrol is high. So people just want to complain. Especially all those people that have been waiting to destabilize the government, they will try to incite the people. You understand me? They will try to incite the people against the government because of situations like this. They don't even care what the government is doing. They just want to talk. They just want to use every little opportunity to see what they can do or fight the government. And that is what we are seeing them trying to do. But they have all failed big time.
So to what extent will you say the president has implemented the renewed hope agenda?
He has just started. I just said he is beginning. Obviously, the implementation this is just a period of testing, so to say. The serious work will begin when he constitutes his cabinet. The truth of the matter is that the problems and the challenges of Nigeria is much larger than the capacity of one mind. As my old uncle, late uncle said when he was retiring, wisdom comes from sources we least expect. When the president constitutes his cabinet, and actually what I was expecting is before any major decisions, any further major decisions are taken, the cabinet should be constituted and they should be called into action, debate the hope agenda, decide the order of execution and the priorities. That's what I expect. So what I'm in essence saying is that he has started, but this is just at the beginning. The river is still yet to flow with strength and vitality.
Exactly. The city boy is just starting, and all of them don't they complain. The city boy is just starting work. All of them don't they complain. They want instant miracle. Thank you very much, King. I see you. They want instant miracle. That was the same way. That was the same way the people that Jonathan during his cabinet, that was the same way they pushed Jonathan. Jonathan became a total failure because they were telling him rebrand Nigeria, rebranding of Nigeria, temporary fix. The city boy is about to set his cabinet, which tomorrow we should be able to know the list of the people that are going to be working with him, and they are just in a rush to say all kinds of things. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. We, the Nigerian people that supported the city boy, we are happy so far what he's doing, and we are waiting for more to see how life will be more easier in the city boy administration. That's it. That's what we want, and that's our prayers.
So, Doctor, let me tell you what some analysts are saying, which is that the president has not implemented any aspect of the agenda. They are saying all that he's doing is what he inherited from the administration. Do you agree with this?
No, I don't agree. It's not the president that will implement the agenda, it's the government. Under the Constitution, the president is only part of the government. He's only head of the government. What he needs to do as an essential part of the implementation of the agenda is to constitute a good government for the good people of Nigeria. And I believe he's busy at doing that. All the decisions he has taken so far is laying the foundation for the great transformation, which is essential in the Hope Agenda document.
All right, Doctor, you commended the president for taking some bold decisions, but some of these decisions, which is fuel subsidy removal, is generating so much backlash. How do you advise the FG to handle this?
The Nigerian people must be ready to make the sacrifice for the transformation. If you remember what the famous, I think it was Harold Wilson, the president of UK, the prime minister of UK, during the time, I think it was during the Second World War. I promise you tears, blood, and sweat. I have nothing to promise you, so be ready to face the challenge. In the same manner, the president needs to let the people of Nigeria know that we'll go through a period of inconvenience. It may even be a period of financial dislocation before we begin the journey to a better life. Naturally, the removal of subsidy.
Are you a STEM professional and are looking to apply for U.S. permanent residency?
Sorry, guys, that is the advert. That's the advert from this thing. That was the advert, guys. But I think what our doctor is trying to say in essence is that people should have patience and wait for the city boy because he's already on track. And what I can tell you is that we know that the city boy will deliver. You see? And as long as the city boy continue to update the people, Nigerian people, of his activities, you understand me, what he wants to do, then Nigerian people will know that the president is on track. So, and that is what is very, very important. And just like the doctor said, it is not the doctor that this is not the president that will implement anything. There are people that will work with him. He's the one, he's the head. The people, the cabinet, and all the parastatals, government parastatals, each of them have their own functions and what they need to do. And that is why we are waiting for this ministerial list, because it's very, very important. This is the cabinet, people that will execute plans, execute policies, implement policies, make things happen. These are the people that we are waiting for to be inaugurated, of course, the ministerial list or the cabinet members. And that is what the city boy is doing. Are you getting me now? So anybody that is looking for miracle overnight, that person just needs road. And we know them. We know them. We know them.
We bring a lot of discomfort. We bring a lot of pain. But what choice do we have? Do we want just 0.000% to have over 90% of the wealth of the nation, while 90% of the people have nothing? I don't think that's what we expect from a human rights president. The people, their interests in their generality to be primary. People must be willing to sacrifice. They are in a state of war, economic war, literally. Considering the debt of this nation, considering the level of corruption in this nation, considering the disorderliness in the management of our wealth, considering the irresponsibility of leaders, considering the loss of hope, considering the pain of the common man. Any president who is ready must let us know that together we must face these challenges. It is not just the people alone. The government itself must face the challenge, must demonstrate through its actions, its decisions, its choices, its movements, even its consumption, that is making the sacrifice in order for the people to acquire believability.
That is what I'm saying. The only way the government can achieve this, give the people hope, is for the government to keep on updating the people, the actions that they are taking daily, every day, what they are doing daily, every day, to make sure the people understand the steps that the federal government is taking to resolve the issues that is going on right now. That is the only way. Because if the government don't keep Nigerians updated every day, they will be carried away by the propaganda of IPOB and Biafra people will be idiots. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, because there is more to come. Oh, there is more to come. Remember what we said earlier, that even the OB idiot and the OB himself, all of them will be disgraced when the time comes. It is gradually coming out as I'm talking to you. Every time they say, oh, Nsima, have you been following the court? Have you been following the court? OB is coming. OB is coming. OB is coming. OB is coming. I say, fine. Let OB come in your dream. Today, they are now beginning to see that all those lies is no more working. All those their lies is not working, guys. So yes, the only way the government can solve this challenge is to do and talk, or talk and do. Talk and do. Tell the people what you are doing, and then make sure you are doing them. And if you are facing any challenge, let the people know where the challenge you are facing, where it's coming from. My brothers and sisters, I will share you one news that if I share it to you, you'll be surprised. And just like we have been saying, that the challenges of the country, the difficulties that we are facing, is because of the governors. Don't think that is a play. Because I'm going to read something to you that when I saw it today, I had to get to dig deep. Hopefully, I saved that information. What has been going on in this country? If you understand that your state governor, the governor in your state is the biggest problem that you have, my brother, you will not be blaming, you will not be blaming the president for anything. Because every president that has come to rule the country have always been making effort. But the people that are thwarting the effort are the governors in the state. But Nigerians don't seem to know. They have taken their eyes off the governors. That is at the grassroots, that is closer to the people. And they always put their eyes on the president that is very far up there. That is why in this administration, we must correct it. We must correct that wrong, that misinformation, that wrong move, where Nigerians think that is the president that is supposed to come and build road for them, or build hospital for them, or put employment opportunities, or empower the youth. It's not the federal government. The federal government also have programs to support the states. But you see, the state, they are the ones that are supposed to implement things that will bring development to the country and to their state. But they have been failing. And even when the interviewer asked the doctor, he said, oh, the president has not implemented anything. He said, no, it's not the president that will do the job. It's not the president that will implement anything. It is the people, the government, they are plenty, the cabinet, people that have been appointed in specific places to do their job. Just like Obi, is it Obi? Emefiele was appointed to do his job as a CBN governor. He failed. Do you expect Buhari government to become successful when every appointees or every leaders, every political position, they are not doing their job? It's going to be a big time failure. So it is the people that will do it, and we should begin to know the people that is responsible for anything in the country, so that we start holding them accountable. because this is very, very important.
In other words, to have interest in the Hope agenda.
But doctor, looking at how the hardship is pushing more Nigerians into poverty, should things continually be put at the mercy of market forces? Shouldn't government slow down?
But I don't understand why the interviewer said that the government is putting Nigerians into poverty. Please, can somebody explain to how is the government pushing Nigerians into poverty? Which government? Because this thing is very, very wrong. Whenever they say the government push Nigerians into poverty, or which you see, the misinformation is so much that even the media don't even know what they are doing. They just want to follow up and be trending in their news. That's why they do what they do. But I believe that let us listen to the doctor anyways.
At some point.
You know, it's very convenient. Here is the point. I always tell my children that I always make the more difficult choice. I once had a meeting with my children, and they were asking me, considering how principled I am, how was it that I was able to get to where I got to in? Considering that I faced the arena of life at a disadvantage, I haven't lost my father at 1 year old. I told my children I always make the more difficult choice because it allows me to think, to work hard, to endure, and to triumph. The people of Nigeria must be ready at this point to make a more difficult choice. But I believe if we can endure the pain of childbirth, we will celebrate the joy of birth of a new baby. But that stress, that pain that a woman endures, so the woman said that, look, because of this pain, I won't have a child. Every woman wants a child in spite of the pain. Let the Nigerian people look for the wealth that a new baby, a new government, renewed hope will bring. But they must be ready to endure the hard, harsh pain of going through that stress to have that new agenda.
All right, doctor. Well, I'm not sure, or I'm sure ordinary Nigerians are not tired of sacrificing for the development of this country. But for you, where and how do you think government at all levels, what kind of sacrifices do you think government at all levels should make at this point?
First and foremost, government must work hard to reduce corruption, because one of the terrible neuroses of this nation is corruption. Leadership corruption is the greatest threat to national development. Government must reduce consumption.
Would you like to know how ChatGPT...
Sorry guys, that is the advert. They always do their advert. Are you getting me now? They always do their advert to distract us. Sorry about that. I salute you. I see all your comments. Thank you very much. May God Almighty Allah give our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu knowledge and understanding. Thank you very much. MC Ekom say the Jakaban movement I love. I see you. Thank you very much. See you. Yes, I mean, it's all about patience and all of that. I think that is what the doctor was trying to talk about, you know, and we all know that this is it. Are you getting me now? This is it. So That's it. So they will run their propaganda. They lie. They say there's going to be all of this nonsense. Now let me give you this news that is just published today at the Nation newspaper. Or is it Nation or which newspaper? Of course, let me give you the news. It's powerful. It's a powerful news today. They will not talk about it though. Arise TV will not talk about it. Trust me. You will never see them talk about it. But let me put it so that you will see it. Now maybe they will say it's proper. Look at it. The Nation on Twitter. Confirm. Look at it. It says Obi idiot. And the willful construction of deception. Obi's name was not in the Labour members register for Anambra State or anywhere, which was submitted to INEC along with a letter dated April 25th, 2022, addressed to the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. Guys, what do you have to say about this? How come Obi's name was not anywhere to be found in their register? How come Obi's, let us talk about this thing a little bit. You understand? Because it's very, very clear. You understand me? It's very, very clear that this is the truth now. Are you getting me now? It is, look at it. Obi's name was not in the Labour Party members register for Anambra State or anywhere, which was submitted to INEC along with a letter dated April 25th, 2022, addressed to the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. What will the IPOP have to say about this? What will the IPOP have to say about this? What do they have to say about it? What will the Biafra criminals, what do you have to say about it? Every day you will say, Obi is coming. They are not watching what is going on in the court. That Obi will be declared, this and that. Oh boy, yeah. Oh boy, yeah. We can't wait for Obi to be the president of Nigeria. But the question is, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? That is the question. Because Obi's name is not anywhere to be found, not even on the Labour Party's register when they submitted their report to INEC. So what is going on here? It means that there's something wrong somewhere. And that is why this government must make sure that they take drastic steps to stop all this propaganda machine of IPOP and all of that. Now, let me tell you something that is even the fundamental issues in our nation development. You understand me? Let me tell you something that is a fundamental problem of the challenges in this country. Fundamental problem. Fundamental problem in this country. And if they did not address it, there is nothing that will definitely change. There's nothing that will change. It will continue to be the same story if it's not arranged properly. So I came across a story from Jonathan. It's a very wonderful story, and I need you to see. This story is on the cable. I got the story on the cable, thecable.ng. It's a website, the cable website. They report news. Let me see if I can, so that I'll make it a little bit bold, so that you see it. Now, and this was Jonathan talking. Jonathan was talking about a test of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's political will. And this is the bone of contention. This is the major issues, guys. And this is what we have been trying to talk about. I know that many of you may not have seen this. And that is why I am doing this program. So that you will understand what is actually going on. Olufunke, thank you very much. Turn by turn, no. Najagaban turn, no. Obi, wait for your time. Are you getting me now? This is the fundamental challenges of the country, and I believe that the city boy will do something extraordinary about this. Many of you may not have seen this important story from Jonathan. He said a test of Bola Tinubu's political will is coming. And then, do you know the explanation to this? Let me just give you a little bit of background. You know, there have been lots of issues even before Jonathan came into office, or Obasanjo tried, everybody, other people tried according to them. But there is a big problem. There's always a bottleneck in the process. And that bottleneck is always caused by the governors. During the time of Jonathan, the bottleneck was caused by the government. And the person that caused that was Amechi. How many of you remember Amechi? The minister, the former minister of, is it transportation or whatever? Amechi. He was the champion of what I'm trying to explain now. The governors are always the problem of the country. The governors are always the problem of the country. And I want to read this story to you so that you will see what we have been trying to explain. I was so happy to see this story. This story is on the cable. Go and read it if you want to read it. If you want to understand more, go and read it. The cable. I've not seen this story when I was talking about this, but you see, we know, without even seeing the story, we know that the problem of the country is always the governors that have been the problem. Now, he said, Nigeria is on autoplay. Now, let me see if I can enlarge it a little bit. Maybe you can see it. Okay, maybe that sounds a little bit better. He said, Nigeria is on auto replay. Every time I make this statement, I feel a tad older than I really am. But let me tell you some stories. In April 2016, I was reporting the World Bank IMF meetings in Washington, D.C. This was my first time at such event. Look at it. This is where I'm reading. This was my first time at such an event. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the former finance minister, said there was no political will to save under Goodluck Jonathan administration. There was no political will to save under the Goodluck Jonathan administration. Do you see it? Do you understand that? This is something that has been happening for a very long time. And this is Goodluck Jonathan giving us this story so that we must understand something here. You understand me? Okay, I'm not going to bore you with too much of noise. I'm going to jump to this place. I'm going to jump to here. He said the summation of what she was saying was state governors, not Jonathan, lacked the political will to save. So this was Okonjo-Iweala that made this statement, that there was no political will to save. And then look at it. He said the summation of what she was saying was state governors, not Jonathan, lacked the political will to save. Do you see that? Do you see that? Now, but let me explain more, because some of you don't understand the story as I continue. I just want to read it as the way they write it first. I will later meet Okonjo-Iweala again the following year, and we spoke about some of these stories, and I came to understand more of our position on the whole political will issue. What has this got to do with President Bola Tinubu? Yes, I know you are already asking. So here goes everything. You see, as I'm trying to explain this, many people do not understand it. But that is why he's also explaining. He said, look at it. The challenges of the country today, the problem are the governors. Now look at it. Now, he tried to explain it. This is Jonathan trying. He said, who will be Tinubu's Amechi? Following the float of the Naira, there was a time that they floated the Naira, the Nigerian Naira. I had predicted that states will get up to 1.1 trillion to share, of course, the float of Naira, right? To share by July, over 700 billion in June 2023. Now, this was a reporter reporting this, okay? Eventually, the numbers were way higher than I predicted. The Federation Account Allocation Committee surprisingly had 1.9 trillion to share, which meant state governors could get more than double the funds they got in June. That is what is going on now, right? Of course, the government is already sharing lots of money to the governors, and that is what we are trying to talk about. But then, see where the problem is. I want you to follow this story so that you understand what is going on. He said, however, Tinubu approved the establishment of the Infrastructure Support Fund, ISF, for the 36 states as part of the measures to cushion the effect of petrol subsidy removal. The move meant that the Federal Allocation Account Committee will save 790 billion, or 42% of that money, to ISF from the funds that will normally have been distributed to federal government, state and local government areas. The federal, state and local government share only 47 of what was generated. Does this remind you of something? Now, this is the story that we are trying to tell you about, because this is very, very important story, so that you understand that the governors, if they fail, if they decide not to work with the president, we will still have lots of problems in the country. If the governors fail to work with the directive of the president, we will always have lots of problems, and the president will not be able to solve all the problems by himself. It is the governors that is the cause of the problem. Now look at it. If it does not, let me remind you, in 2011, the Goodluck Jonathan administration set up a sovereign wealth fund to manage some of the Nigerians' asset crude savings. So the Federal Account Allocation Committee did not share all the money that came into the Federation account. Before Jonathan, former President Olusegun Obasanjo had an excess crude account, ECA, which saved 22 billion for the rainy day. What the Jonathan government did was to institutionalize the process by an act of parliament, which led to the birth of the Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority. Are you getting me now? So now, let's continue. Very interesting story, guys. He said, immediately after the NSIA was set up, governors, now look at where Amechi came. Governors led by Rotimi Amechi, the governor of Rivers State at that time, sued Jonathan's administration to block a transfer of $1 billion from the ECA to set up SWF. After a long battle, the Supreme Court asked the state and the federal government to settle out of court. Jonathan succeeded in setting up NSIA, and the governors won the move to share oil savings. Are you getting it now? In 2016, after sharing oil savings, Amechi explained why he and other state governors insisted on sharing what should have been kept for the rainy days. Who will lead the charge to share ISF? Who will be Tinubu's Amechi? Are you trying to understand the story? Now look at it. Now, a test of Tinubu's political will. So if you get Nigerians auto replay, you should already predict where we are going with this. At the FAAC meeting last week, governors effectively left 79 billion, over $1 billion on the table, yeah, to be saved for infrastructure support. In August and September, they will likely do the same, and maybe for a few more months until some of them decide that the money should be shared and not saved. Are you getting me now? Now, let me try to explain this story now. This is the story of what happened in previous administration. The reason why you have not seen any development anywhere, the governors, they will refuse to work with the president. And then what they will do, according to what Amechi did during Jonathan's administration, the president as at that time said they needed to save money for infrastructure development and other stuff and other necessary things. But the governors, they ganged up against the president and they refused to work with the president. They won the case. And when the money was shared to these various governors, what did you see them use the money to do? That is the question. What did the governors use the money that was shared for them to do? Are you getting me now? So, this is what he's talking about. So, if our auto replay is anything to go by, governors will, in a short while, ask the infrastructure support fund to be shared as the oil savings were. They will argue that policies by the Tinubu administration are responsible for the higher cost of everything in the country. Hence, the money left on the table should be used to fix the problem he created. Then we will be back to an era without savings. The era Okonjo Iweala complained about in 2016. Now, this is the person that reported this news. Mayowa on Twitter. You can go there and follow this person if you want. He said, the test of Bola Tinubu's political will is coming. Will Tinubu be able to convince governors into saving for infrastructure? Obasanjo did this from 2004 to 2007, thereby saving the country from the 2008-2009 global economic crisis. Will Tinubu follow Obasanjo's way, or will he follow Jonathan's path and succumb to the will of the sharers to eat our tomorrow today? This is the biggest point of conversation. I don't know how many of you try to understand what I'm telling you, what I'm trying to explain. The problem has always been the governors. Are you getting me now? The problem has always been the governors. During that time, Amechi and their group of people, they are the part of people that work with Jonathan and they destabilize the government of Jonathan. They refused to work with Jonathan at a point. They started demanding to share the money. And so many of you have seen the news that I read to you, what the city boy has already done. Setting up the infrastructure fund, saving some money that is going to be used for some things when it's needed. Now, the writer was trying to explain, will the city boy will be able to convince the governors? Because very soon, now, the governors are like as if they want to see the body language of the president. That is how they always do. They want to know if the president is a strong man, is a smart one. So the governors, because they don't know what to expect yet, the governors will be pretending in the first month, in the second month, in the third month, they will be doing as if they are supporting the president. Then from the fourth, they will begin to cause problems, just like what Amechi did during the time of Jonathan. And they will begin to destabilize the government. They say they want to share the money. And when they share the money, they don't use it for anything. So this is what we should be looking out for. We should be able to from now, begin to point out where the issues are. And that is why I am advocating, all of us at the City Boy movement, we are advocating that the federal government should run a transparent system so that when this problem starts, we will know. You see, I don't think the federal government have even explained this very, very well to the people so that they will understand what this means. So many of you don't. Let me read it on the screen so that you will see. Look at the press release that President Tinubu approved establishment of infrastructure support fund for states. Are you getting it now? Now, the challenge is that many people don't understand what this means. And that is what the writer was talking about. Now, President Bola Tinubu has approved the establishment of infrastructure support fund for the 36 states, to cushion the effect of the petrol subsidy removal on the people, And then this new infrastructure fund will enable the states to intervene and invest in the critical areas of transportation, including farm-to-market road improvement, agriculture, encompassing livestock and ranching solutions, health with a focus on basic health care, education, especially basic education, power and water resources that will improve economic competitiveness, create jobs, and deliver economic prosperity for Nigerians. Is that not what we are looking for? That is what we are looking for. That is what we are looking for. But what will happen? Earlier in that interview, we listened to the doctor saying that it is not the president that will do everything. The implementation is not in the hands of the president. It is in the hands of the governors that have received these monies, and they have been charged to make sure that they use this money to create jobs, empower the people, and create jobs, construct roads, make sure farmers are okay and all of that. Will they allow that money to continue? Will they allow, or they would like to share the money? Because small time now, when you begin to hear stories, it is because the governors have now started behaving like the previous administration. That is why the writer was talking about Nigeria on auto replay. That is the problem. You see, this thing might be so critical for some people to understand this, but that is the problem. But you see, this government can resolve this issue by starting and be informing the people every step they are taking. Let the government explain what that infrastructure support fund means and how are they going to achieve it, so that when the problems start, because we know that these governors are always the cause of the problem, because as it stands now, we already have money to solve the challenges of our people as we speak. Do you understand now? We already have money to solve the problem. Abbas said Fashola used the money well on infrastructure. Ambode continue doing that, and so Sanwo-Olu has finished some, and many are still in progress. Abibi, I think that is what caused their problem. Then, I mean Amechi and Jonathan time. Yes. You see that? So, you see? So, the issue now is that how can we hold the governors accountable? That should be our conversation today. How can we hold the governors accountable? Because these resources have been made available. But if the governors refuse and share the money among themselves, just like they have always been sharing, how are we going to achieve success? I like this. Yusuf say, no one can be Tinubu. Amechi, any governor do anyhow. Go see anyhow. That is what we are saying now. We are saying it now so that if the federal government they continue to update the people, we will now know where the problem starts. So that now people will now begin to know who to hold responsible. Thank you very much, Adedeji Demola. He said, well done, I'm just joining now. You have missed a lot. This is more than almost 2 hours. He said, this guy is a witchcraft. My brother, Ebere Duru. My brother, as we are now, we know what we are doing. And that is why I'm telling you that the city boy is here. He said, this guy is a witchcraft. Who is the winch, me or you? Okay, somebody said here, let us read this comment. Somebody said here, I disagree on why they share the money. They actually agreed to save the money and later discovered that the federal government started sharing the money to his party men to seal his third term election, of which Amechi and other opposition disagree, since the money belonged. Which third term? We are talking about Jonathan. Jonathan did not even run second term, and you're talking about third term. It was Amechi during Jonathan's turn. Amechi, they wanted to share the money. So what are you saying? Money that is meant for development, and you are saying who shared the money? You see, many of us don't understand these things. Many of us don't understand what I'm trying to. Many of us don't understand this thing. If the governors refuse to work with the president, my brother, it will not work. And that is why the president, I remember when the president called everybody, including the governors, that pleading with them to work with him to achieve success. So I feel that the president should do more in updating the people, giving the people information, letting the people know where the problem is coming, so that Nigerians will know how to resolve these issues as soon as possible, as soon as it will happen, because this is very, 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 very important as we speak. Are you getting me now? Pius, thank you very much. Olu Benga, I see you. Thank you for your comment on that. Jabless say no mind them in Simana turn by turn. Na Jagaban time. A town hall. I know that the city boy understand all these things. So we know that the city boy is a superior revolution. Pius said, I want to be that. I don't know. I want to say that if the federal government specifically identify the intent and makes it open to the public, the governors will behave rightly. That is what I'm saying. I'm telling you. See, it is only when you keep the people in the dark, when the people are not informed, that nobody will know. You see, the governors enjoy Nigerians blaming the president. How many times have you seen Nigerians blame the governors for not doing their job? I'm telling you, the governors enjoy when Nigerians always blame the president for their predicament. We don't want this government to be like that. We want the government to update Nigeria so that they will know where the problem is coming from. It has always been the governors, guys. It has always been the governors. It has always been the governors. For example, you look at what happened in Delta State. Was the Okowa? As the governor of Delta State, the monies that was given by Jonathan, Buhari, part of the money that was given to Delta State, where is that money? Upon all the loans they collected. Okowa joined Atiku to be campaigning. Where did they take money to campaign? They use the resources of the state to add to their campaigns. Therefore, leaving the state in debt, and they have not made life easy for people. They have not solved the problems of the state. I'm telling you guys, you might not really understand this. All eyes is always on the president, but this is the challenge. And thank you for Mayowa, the writer of that story on the cable. It's a very important lesson. But you see, these media houses, they will not investigate to unravel the challenges of the country. We know that the problem of the country, or some people will say, is the constitution. Is the constitution. Is the constitution. It's not just only the constitution. It is people that will implement the constitution. So the people that are supposed to implement this constitution, are they ready to implement the constitution or to work according to the constitution? It is people. If people refuse to do what they are supposed to do, things will go wrong. And that is what has been happening for a very long time. The governors enjoy when people like IPOP, Biafra, Obedient, they cause havoc in the country. The government enjoys so much because the governors enjoy so much because they are going to use the opportunity to say, oh, they are using the money for what do they call it? Security votes. They are using the money to bring peace in the state. They like it when there are problems. In fact, some of the problems that you are seeing, they generate it. They fuel it by themselves. They incite it by themselves. So that they will continue to be anarchy. And then the people will forget to hold the governors accountable for the failures in the state. And that is what we are talking about today. And that is the complete truth that has been going on for a very long time. So we know that the city boy government is a different government that will not allow that to happen by the special grace of Almighty. Jamie said, governors should be mandated to publish amount for the amount of that they collect. This should be enforced and legally enforced. Yeah, we all know the monies that they collect anyways. Sometimes they publish it, but it's not really readily available to the public. You understand me? Let me still read your comment again. It is assumed Jonathan was running. That is topic for another day. They only need the trust of the federal to take. For instance, OBJ took $16 billion from SS Coup account. and wasted on power that we can't even see today. So in Sima, we are saying the same thing. All right, if we are saying the same thing, fine. At least you, as long as you understand what I'm trying to say. Now, that is very important. So we all know that APC is different from PDP, just like somebody is commenting here. Ovo said APC is not PDP because I believe this president, he will never play with them at all. It's not going to be easy, but he will do it for us because the president is the man of the people, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But let me tell you something. We know that the governors, the APC governors will do those states, that is being run by APC governors, they will do better. They will do well than the PDP state. That is the truth, because there's already a model for PDP for APC state. Most of the PDP state today, they are the most successful state. Most of the APC state today, they are the most successful. In addition to state like Wike, that is a River State, and Akwa Ibom. But right now, you can see that if when you have a stupid governor, things will not work. Things will not work, and that is what we are talking about. But there is already the prediction. The state that will do well are those APC governors. State led by APC governors. Those are the state that we believe without any reasonable doubt that by the special grace of God they will do better than others, because others will sometimes they like to oppose, and by so doing, the people suffer for politicians fighting among themselves, why the people benefit nothing. And I think that is the biggest problem. It has always been the biggest problem. And I've been saying that we don't want the government to be fighting politicians while the people are suffering. We want a government that will focus on governance and deliver governance to the people. And not just a PDP and ABC. And just like my friend is reminding me about ABGA. ABGA ruled the Southeast for 17 years. And they have not talked about it. APUGA, according to them, they say APUGA. APUGA ruled the Southeast for 17 years. Nothing to write him about. All of a sudden, the only thing we hear about is IPOP Biafra rising up to destabilize the government, to destabilize Nigeria. Instead of them to ask them, how come we are Igbos among us, 5 states, ABGA, what have we achieved among ourselves? It's not happening. So if ABGA, run by the Southeast people, could not bring solution to the Southeast people, my brother, forget it. And this is what we have been talking about. This is exactly what we have been talking about. If you look at Nigeria critically, you will understand that when the resources are being shared, it is now left for the governors and the local government to implement, to make it happen. Most of these policies and decisions that the federal government have already taken, it is now left for the governors in the state to translate it into a workable system implementation that will favor the people. But you see, if they refuse to do it, forget it. There's nothing that will happen. They will just come there, share money among themselves, throw party. They will be doing a paper presentation or PowerPoint presentation, just like the one Professor Soludo is doing in Anambra. He's going, 1 year is already gone. 1 year is already gone in Anambra State. They will keep doing paper and PowerPoint presentation, and while life is becoming more difficult for the people. And this is what we are talking about, guys. If nothing is done about it, it will continue like that. We have to do something about it, and we know that the City Boy government is the best government so far, and there's a solution. And I just want to remind Nigerians that, you see, the challenges that we are facing in our country is not always caused by the president. is not always caused by the government, the governors, and the local government that are not doing their own part of the job. They have failed, because I know that most of the job that the federal government is supposed to do is to provide the funding for the states to implement, and that is why they are actually there. That is why that's why we did not have only the president. We have the governors to be able to execute every action, everything to the grassroots, so that the people benefit from it. But they have always failed in doing that. We know that the city boy knows the solution. We all remember how what they call it, during Obasanjo turn, and the city boy was the governor of Lagos State, how they tried to frustrate Tinubu as the governor of Lagos State, so that there will be no development in Lagos State. But you see, he defeated all defeatables, and now as the president of Nigeria, we believe that the president will do better, will do the best. Yeah, will do the best. Olubukola Daniel said, Asiwaju knows the way, and many of those governors are looking forward to his leadership, because if not for the removal of subsidy, by now Nigeria will be worse than Greece. Yes, Nigeria will be worse than Greece and Venezuela. Then Asiwaju understand the oil and gas industry. Exactly. Thank you very much for your comment. Khadija Mofta. Good evening. I salute you. I salute you. I salute you. I salute you wherever you are. Of course, just like we gave the update earlier, that all the lies and propaganda of these people, they have nothing to offer than to be spreading propaganda. And that has failed, because this government is not joking. This government is, in fact, the government is so active that they are taking steps every day. Every little thing, the government is releasing press statements. That is how it's supposed to be. They will not succeed. I tell you, they will not. They will not succeed. This one said, Tinubu must release our supreme leader. That is funny. I salute you. So you see, this government is not a joke. Every little thing, they bombard the news. Every little thing, they keep the people updated. Every little thing. This one say, Chine Meziem Elo Chuku, idiot, continue deceiving yourself and fools like you. Thank you very much. We are happy to be deceived, okay? You that is not deceived, go and sit at home, or go and get your Biafra, or go and bring Obi go and help Obi to reclaim his mandate. What are you doing on this page? You understand me? What are you doing here? What are you doing here, Obi and disobedient children, IPOP Biafra? What are you doing here? Go and sit at home. You say you want to sit at home. Go and sit at home, or you get your Biafra. Why are you here? Huh? Why are you here? Go and think of how you are going to help Obi to reclaim his mandate. Don't come here again, I beg.
Institutions, according to the special advisor to the president on special duties.
Sorry, guys, let me take it back. I want to take it back so that you listen, because this government, you know, the joke. They counter every rubbish. Listen.
Increasing tuition fees for federal institutions. It's an incorrect. That's the federal government's reaction to the report.
Sorry.
It's inaccurate and incorrect. That's the federal government's reaction to.
It's inaccurate and incorrect. You see that? It's inaccurate. Of course, I read this earlier. It is what? Inaccurate and what? Incorrect. Listen.
It's inaccurate and incorrect. That's the federal government's reaction to the report of increase in tuition fees for federal institutions. According to the special advisor to the president on special duties, communications and strategy, Dele Alake, he says President Bola Tinubu remains committed to his promise of ensuring that every Nigerian, regardless of the economic situation, has access to quality tertiary education. The presidency is saying that parts of this administration's plan is to make sure all diligent students complete their education on time.
So you see that? So disobedient people, how far? Disobedient children, how far? I have told you people to stop running propaganda. The same way you guys are running propaganda that Obi is coming, rerun, election rerun. When are you people going to tire? Thank you very much, Tony Akin. He said, uncommon Sima, Tinubu is going to be the best government so far. Young say, instead of you to be talking reasonable topic, you are there talking rubbish. Just look at your likes and comments going down gradually. Very soon, nobody want to view your live video again because you are a mumu man. Thank you very much. Let me even start by blocking you. Criminals. They're coming to my platform. Maybe you should be the one to give me topic. My likes are going down. Stop it. Criminals. Running your propaganda, you are here making noise. You don't go and get your Biafra or you go and sit at home. You have a bigger job to do because to get your Biafra is not going to be easy for you. Listen.
Notwithstanding the apparent financial situation, the presidency also confirms that recently announced hikes by some federal tertiary institutions are sundry and discretionary charges by each university for hostel accommodation, registration, laboratory charges.
So you see, that is the news, guys. Just like I read earlier, I just wanted to confirm it to you on other channels that are trying. Maybe they are trying a little bit. So that is the news. So the lies of IPOB is going down very soon. They cannot see that. They cannot see that. Now, I said, let me read your comment. He said, we need to prepare for Labour Party with their plan for strike. I know they scolded the Labour chairman for not embarking on strike immediately after the removal of subsidy, but they are trying hard to initiate. Yeah, that is what they are trying to do. We are. I told you earlier that there is a report that they mentioned some people's name. You know that Aisha, what's their name? Obi, plenty of them. They are plotting underground. They even mentioned Falana, one of the, you know that Falana, that artist, that guy, what's his name again? That they are plotting underground how they are going to incite the people to to cause another NSAS, maybe something bigger than NSAS. Are you getting me now? So their plot is not new. Their plot is not new. They are trying hard to initiate, but they will surely fail, and that will put end to agitation since they have now take ownership of Labour Party. Read one say everybody knows say na Tinubu be the last man standing, suitable to turn the table around positively. But haters don't want him to take the glory, and na lie. We dey gidigba with him. Yes, Falz the bad guy. How many of you remember Falz the bad guy? Wait, let me see if I can get that update, because that is what they are trying to do. They have always been trying to do that. Remember, immediately they got the news that subsidy was removed, they were threatening all kinds of strike, all kinds of things, and the president tried to call them to order, bringing everybody to order. Sorry guys, let me see if I can get that news again. Yeah, so Falz and other people, what's his name again? Aisha Yesu, plenty of them. Pat Otumi, according to the news, so they say, because some of these times, all this their news is fake. But this one is not fake, because we have always been seeing them plotting evil. You understand me? They have always been seeing them plotting evil to cause. I told you that the product of Nigeria activists is protest. There's nothing else. They have nothing else to offer. You understand me? Let me see if I can see it. So yeah, so the report we have already seen that, where they are plotting on how they will is it sit at home or cause NSAS or protest. All of these their plans is the plans that they have always been doing. Wow, there's already good news. Before now, of course, it was difficult for Nigerians to pay money with Naira. You don't know that? It was difficult for Nigerians to pay money with Naira. But now, Google is now telling Nigerians that you can now pay with Naira on Play Store. I think PayPal should do the same. Nigerians cannot receive money in Naira in Nigeria, right? I think up to today, Nigerians can't receive money direct. You can't even these what do they call it? What do they call these people? Oh my God, Western Union. You cannot send. Can you send? You cannot send, but you can receive. So there are so many things, but now all this thing is working. It's working now. So it means that, oh my God, Nigeria is back. The city boy say Nigeria is back, and the city boy has put us in the map once again. That is powerful. Mba Noli Chimeze Desmond said, remember they will be live after Tinubu 10. I wonder how you will be then after messing yourself up because of money. You dey fuck up. Anyone against you is a Biafran. Stupid you. No problem. Are you not a Biafra criminal? From your name, I see Chimeze Desmond Chimes. You are a criminal. You are Biafra criminals. Get out of here. Understand me? Bunch of criminals. Remy Adisa said, let them try, they won't succeed. I tell you, Biafra IPOB is a criminal. There is nothing else. From your name, I will know you are a criminal because you have never defended, you have never come out to debunk the lies of criminals. Look at what happened with the Yoruba people, Sunday Igboho. They were able to stop that nonsense. But in the Southeast, you are aiding and abetting criminals. And then you don't want people to address you as criminal, IPOB criminals. You want people to be praising you. Wait for it. Sheyi Lola Onibi say some of Showere's followers too are hiding under the IPOB criminals to propagate false news. Let me show you the news that Nigeria, Google can now accept our money. Is that not a good thing? That is a good thing. That is a good thing, guys. That is a good thing. Why can't we use Naira to buy things? Why must we need to use dollars to buy things? Why must we use dollars to buy things? Okay. The Senate has rejected a motion to release from the detention the leader of the proscribed deadly terrorist organization, tagged Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. The motion was moved by Senator Osita Ozunaso, Imo West, sought to address the constant sit-at-home in the region. How can you say the release of Nnamdi Kanu will stop sit-at-home? That is criminality. Anybody that is telling you that news, that person is criminal. I'm not against the release of Nnamdi Kanu, but you telling us that the release of Nnamdi Kanu will stop sit-at-home and the criminality, then you are not informed. According to Jonathan's wife, he says, so you are not informed too? You are not informed at all. It's a stupid sense of Biafra IPOB criminal. I'm telling you. So yes, so the senators have rejected the motion to release from the detention the leader of the proscribed deadly terrorist organization, tagged Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. The motion was moved by the Senator Osita Ozunaso from Imo West, sought to address the constant sit-at-home. Yeah, Nnamdi Kanu can be released for any other reason, but you cannot say Nnamdi Kanu should be released in order to stop sit-at-home or this. You don't know what you are saying, because it was even Nnamdi Kanu that caused everything that happened in the Southeast. Even when he was outside, they were still doing what they are doing. I get it. So now this is the news. For me, I feel that this is a very good update. I think we need to talk more on this, because what stopped the world accepting Naira? Why must it be dollars? Every time we need to convert money to dollars. So Google says Nigerians can now pay with Naira on Play Store. Is this not something new? This is something new, guys. This is something new. Accepting Naira is one of the effect of City Boy and the exchange rate policy. You don't hear them? Google says Nigerians can now pay with Naira on Play Store. Perfect. Obi and Atiku are going to fail. This one said, to hell with you. Time is coming. Na so na the talk. Time is coming to buy your brothers, or time is coming for life for you to wish your brother a good thing. What are you saying? So you see, they will not talk about Arise TV will not announce this one. They can't even see it. That's why I'm asking them. Waiting be una purpose. What is the purpose of Arise TV that they set up? What is the purpose? What are they doing? You see this? You see this? This is one of the IPOB leader telling their people that there is criminality going on, that they should stop engaging in criminal activities. You see, that is why we urge every genuine Biafra freedom fighter in Biafra land to desist from criminal activities, because kidnapping, car snatching, organ trafficking, killing innocent Biafran youth, mothers will not ever help for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and in the restoration of Biafra. You understand me? So that is what we are saying. So the City Boy is taking steps. You know the reason why Google will say, fine, Nigeria can now start, because of the exchange rate policy. Are you getting me now? Before now, Nigeria, under the leadership of Emefiele and Buhari, there were multiple exchange rates that is not stable. So the collapse of the multiple exchange rate is going to favor the Naira. Right now, you are seeing the result. You can now pay with your Naira card, with your, what do you call, is it Visa Naira card? You can now use it and pay for Google and others. It's going to be more. PayPal will be the next, because before now, you cannot receive money in Nigeria through PayPal. Many of you don't know these things. You are just there making noise, making noise, making noise, making noise, making noise. You don't understand the challenges of that country, because what is lacking in that country are policies. I was interacting with somebody. You know, do you know that, for example, in the UK, if you are using a particular network, I'm showing you an example of that there are policies for everything in every developed world. I remember when I normally give example of your dog. In the UK, people keep dog in their houses as pets. If you are taking your dog for a walk and your dog just mess up the place, poo-poo or whatever, you must clean it up. You must clean it up. You must clean that dog shit. If you are not, you are going to be fined. If you are caught that you did not clean up the poo-poo of your dog as you are walking with your dog, is a big problem. So there are policies for everything. So I was explaining to somebody that, you see, in the UK now, or any other developed place, if you want to port your number, for example, you want to move from one network, maybe you have been using MTN and you don't want to use MTN again, and you want to go to maybe Etisalat. It is very, very easy. Yes, I know in Nigeria you can port your number. You can change from one network to another. But how easy it is. But you see, in this country, there's a policy. that if you decide to change your number, if you don't want to, if you decide to keep your number but you want to change the network, all you need to do, you just send a text to a certain number, and you'll be able to have the back, is it the back code or POC code or back code that you will need to do your porting. Simple as that. And if you cannot text, if you call the network company and tell them, please, you need your pack code, immediately they will not question you. They will not ask you, oh, is our business not good? Are we not doing well? Are we not doing well? Is that why you want to leave us? No, they will not ask you. They will never ask you about that. That is not time for them to market their service for you. Because immediately you demand for the pack code of your SIM, that's it. They will just say, oh, because the policy is that they have within 24 to 48 hours to make sure that they provide the pack code that you need to do whatever you want to do. So there are policies for everything. You see? So, for example, things that are not working in Nigeria is because there are no policies. There are no policies. There are no regulations. That's what I mean by policy. There are no regulations, even if they are, but they are not fully implemented. Policies that will stable our economy. For example, this exchange rate is one of the best policies. And the city boy has been talking about it. You know, multiple exchange rates have destabilized the Nigerian economy for so many years. Many people benefiting from it. And you know, it's always the government officials that benefit most anyways. They will go and collect the naira or the dollars or the exchange at a very little amount, government rate, and then they will sell it bigger amount and be making lots of money. So you see, I'm so much happy that the government is doing this thing. So that alone has gingered Google to change their policy so that Nigerians can now use their card on Google services, which means there is more money for Google. But then, are they paying tax in Nigeria? Are they paying tax in Nigeria? Because some of the services are far. Google, are they paying tax in Nigeria? You understand me? So these are some of the things that we need to begin to think about that will bring this country forward or bring it forward. So I'm going to open the line. I've spoken for 2 hours. If you want to call in, you can come in. Today I came a little bit early because I may not have much time tonight. But if you want to call in, please, you are free now to call in and make your contribution. What do you think? The lies of IPOP busted. They say, oh, they have increased school fees. They increased school fees, but that was a lie. They say, oh, there's going to be a rerun of election. Oh, that was a lie. We found out that Obi is not even a member, even in Anambra State, of Labour Party. So the lies of these people every day is being exposed, and it will keep exposed every day. Every day it will keep. Everybody will begin to know that the lies of these people, you know, every day will keep the lies of these people will be exposed, and then they will know the truth. Demolition of Enugu. Demolition in Enugu. No, I have not seen it. Oh. Demolition in Enugu. Why? I have not seen it yet. Please, oh, there is something that is going on right now. Just like these guys have come back again on our group. Please, if anybody calling you that there's going to be meeting and they want to give you code, please do not give anybody. You know, just like I said, they will send you a code. Please do not give anybody any code. If they send you any code, ignore them. If they send you any code, all of a sudden you receive a code and somebody call you to give them that code, my brother, your account is gone. They will seize your account. Are you getting me now? They will seize your account. Please do not give anybody any code. Do not respond to anybody's messages, because what these people are trying to do is to hack your account. That is their mission, and that is what they want to do. Okay. Yes, so, oh, sorry, the line is open if you want to call in and make your contribution, please. The line is open right now. Let me put the number. If you don't have a number, call it and make your contribution. He said, release of Nnamdi Kanu will set this country ablaze. Release of Nnamdi will set this country ablaze.
Hello, Sima.
I salute you.
I salute you.
Long time. Where have you been?
I've been here. Oh, I dey see all these nonsense people wey no dey let person rest. The kind wickedness wey dey their mind, it's too much. They don't want the good of this country. We have tried everything to convince. I'm always fighting in my shop with these people. I'm tired. When they come, I tell somebody, how can you be complaining since the time of there is no president that will come that they will not complain. They keep complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining.
Please, can you reduce your volume, the other volume, so that we can hear you very well? Go ahead.
Yeah. It will not work for them. It will not work for them. They will see and be ashamed at the end of it. God might Nigeria and help Jagaban. Things will begin to work. We will suffer as all of us were feeling the pain, but I know that we're on the right path. Nigeria is definitely bad. May God bless her.
Amen, amen, amen. I did not hear you. I don't know whether that's network. Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you very much for contribution for that. I salute you. Thank you very much. Guys, the number is open. If you want to call, you can call in because I'm not going to stay too much tonight. That's why I came in early. Yusuf said, Nsima, please, we should give that stupid TV a name. Instead of mentioning the name on your program, they will be having more followers and become famous channel. Don't you know that your page is being enough to promote? Yeah. I'm aware. If you want to give the name, fine. If you want to give them a name, that is fine. Gringori Grand Chimeze. Let me read the comment. Gringori. This is another Obi Gringori. He said, what is the difference between you and Simon fighting for Biafra and you is fighting for your slave master Tinubu, sitting here talking what you don't know? No problem. You go and do your own. Me, I'm doing my own. Why don't you go and do your own? Go and do your own. You understand me? Let me do my own. As we they do our own, it depends you. Why? This is a town hall. You understand me? This is a town hall. A town hall different from Baba Blue. I name it Mumu TV. Okay, so it's, when we say Mumu TV, how will people know that we are talking about Arise TV? Michael said, this fool I hate seeing his Akwa Ibom face. This is another IPOP Biafra criminal. You don't like seeing my face, but you want to come and steal Akwa Ibom and join with your Biafra. You don't like seeing Akwa Ibom people, but you want to steal Akwa Ibom. You want to put Akwa Ibom in your Biafra. Hey God. Hey. I love people like Joe Ebokwe. You understand me? I love people like Joe Ebokwe in the Southeast. Arise Mumu TV. Yes, that is correct. Arise Mumu TV. That is. I like people like Joe Ibukwe. You see, when I heard the story of these people, there's something I was thinking about in my mind. There's something I was thinking about in my mind. But before I go there, he said, "This fool, I hate seeing his Akwa Ibom face. I know your type, 100%. We call you people fish. Don't worry, soon you will see why. We are waiting. Okay? Anybody that want to do something, don't make noise. You have threatened everybody in Nigeria, yet you want to be president. Criminals. Mumu TV. Go to your Mumu TV or you go and do your sit at home. This is the kind of people. Asleep TV. There are so many names coming out now. Look at this one. Look at Joe Ibukwe. You know what they did to Joe Ibukwe now? The IPOP people. Their job is to, can you see it? Now, Joe Ibukwe said, I appeal to the security agencies to investigate this young man called Akwa Okuku. Is it Okuko? A native of Oba in Anambra State. He may be part of the problem of insecurity in the southeast. Kidnapping, murder, arson, looting, etc. He may have a link with IPOP, ESN, unknown gunmen. We condone a lot of nonsense in the southeast. Can you see it? I can show you a video of this man coming out to do his incantation, spreading money. The man no get work, but he's doing some kind of things that you'll be wondering. So Joe Ibukwe, because this is part of what we are saying, they will never talk about the problems that they are having in the southeast. They have ABGA for many years. They never solved it. ABGA never solved the problem of the southeast. But all they do is to be blaming the federal government, blaming the president, but they have governors. They have been there. ABGA, their own party. Nobody's detecting for them. Their own party in the southeast, they have done nothing. So Joe Ibukwe is saying, I appeal to the security agents to investigate this issue, because this particular person may be linked to the IPOP people. You know, the kidnapping, the insecurity issues that is going on in the southeast. You see that? But who is going to do it? They are not doing it. They know what they are doing. They are enjoying it. The brother will go and be spreading money, spraying money. They are enjoying it. They don't care. But every day you will see them complaining and shouting, President, KC. We don't need children of bitterness and hate here. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. He says Southeast condone a lot of nonsense because most of them are dummy and moronic people. I get me now. Dummy and moronic people. It's a shame. It's a shame that is happening. So yes. So the bottom line is that the city boy is working, and we are expecting that as the ministerial list will be out, hopefully tomorrow. You understand? Hopefully tomorrow. The list, the cabinet list will be out hopefully tomorrow. Then we can now see what is going to be, how and what the government is going to translate to as soon as possible. Are you getting me? It is no longer business as usual. It's no longer business as usual. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. That is what is going on. So at least, guys, that is my update for today. I've done more than 2 hours. So I want to say thank you very much. If there's anything, I will still come back. It's possible I will still come back if I have any update. Our job here is to make sure that we continue to fight in order to protect and to defend our land. The City Boy movement, we are patriotic Nigerians coming together for the first time to support our president with ideas, with our skills, with everything, to make sure that our government become successful and will never fail. Somebody say I should do giveaway. Don't worry, I will do it the right time. I will do giveaway. We need to do giveaway on this platform. I will do it. Thank you very much, guys. Stay blessed until I come your way next time. We continue to pray for the city boy, for his health, for the knowledge to choose the right people that will deliver the country. We pray for our city boy to be alive, to be strong and healthy, and all of us to be alive to see this new hope, this new Nigeria led by the city boy. Of course, we know that the big brother Niger, the big brother Niger is everywhere. a town hall, yes, a town hall, different from Biafra land. Thank you very much, King. I see you. Yes, as part of the City Boy movement to debunk all the lies of the IPOP criminals and Biafra criminals, including disobedient children and Atiku. And we have been telling them, now, turn by turn, oh. This is Jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn, oh. I beg, Obi, wait for your turn. Now turn by turn, oh. Now Jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn, oh. Atiku, wait for your turn. Obi, wait for your turn, eh. Turn by turn, oh. Na Jagaban turn, oh. Aha. Turn by turn, oh. Obi, wait for your turn. Obi is it? They say he's 65. Is it 62 or 60? Waiting. He's not yet 70 years old man. Anyways, guys, thank you very much. Of course, you know my name. My name is Akparawa Nsima, the first son of Idu. Our job is to make sure that we continue to fight in order to